Oh hi, I'm Drew Lee and welcome to my channel Amputee. Today I'm going to be giving you a cheeky catch up of what's been going on with my leg, and it's been a long time coming, so I'm quite excited to be sharing this update with you. If you've been enjoying the video so far, please like, subscribe and press the button. There's a lot more bollocks coming your way, and mine. So, without further ado, let's get on with the update. So today I'm going to be updating you on everything that's been going on since the last video. Quite a lot's been actually going on. I've been to A&E twice, and all they kept saying was, go back to the specialist, go back to the specialist, go back to the specialist, which is Curda Mostardo. There was one doctor, and she was just brilliant. She did all the tests. She was like, what do you want? You know, because I told her I've been to A&E and, you know, no one really does anything. She's like, what do you want me to do? Not rude, she was like, tell me what you want and I'll do it. So I was like, I just want to make sure that there's no bollocks going on in my leg. Did all the tests, absolutely fine, and yeah. So lots of pain in my leg, legs turning colour, I've got bad nerve issues, you know, it's swollen. Sometimes I find it really difficult to make a cup of coffee now, or even get out of bed. Sleep-wise has been absolutely shit, and it's just been a dismal nightmare, to be honest. I waited very patiently to see Curda Mostardo. I was meant to see her a couple of weeks ago, but unfortunately she fell ill. So I had to wait an extra couple of weeks, back to the original appointment that I had, probably meant to be. And I went with my mum. She's been very helpful with appointments that, you know, good to take notes, and just in general it's nice to have someone there, because going for an amputation appointment, it's not really everything you do every day. So it was nice to have her there, and she could put her input as well. So there were two doctors. So you've got Curda Mostardo, who is absolutely fabulous, and she's also got someone that is, she's not a trainee, but she's working under Curda Mostardo, because Curda Mostardo is becoming an executive. Curda Mostardo will still be doing my amputation though. So I'm going to be calling this doctor Miss Scarlett, because she's blonde, and I thought she's quite pretty. Really nice as well. They were both really genuine, down to earth. They both know their shit, really friendly, listened to all of our questions that we had. It was brilliant. We were there for an hour, which I kind of expected, but you know, they weren't rushing us with anything. They were making sure that I am 100% sure I want this amputation. I also had to have an x-ray prior so the Colonel could look at the leg. So previously I had a video chat with Curda Mostardo, and she did say at one point, is it definitely above the knee, or we can have through the knee amputation? And she did actually explain what the pros and cons are of that. So I have opted for the above the knee amputation, and I'm extremely happy with that decision. So poo-poo if you don't like it. So the pros and cons. So if you have the through the knee amputation, obviously the pro is you've got more of your leg left and you've got a bit more control. And if I wanted to do more sporty things after the amputation, like become a gold medalist in 6-mile sprint, you know, those types of things, if I want to become more athletic, then through the knee would be better. The con is that the prosthetic that I will receive, the knee joint of that prosthetic would be lower than my original, well, my remaining knee, because obviously it's a through the knee amputation. So I've got my regular knee and then I've got this bit off. So then the prosthetic, because obviously you need to still have that movement, the knee would end up, of the prosthetic knee would be down here. So if I'm sitting as well, you know, it's like, this is the house that Jack built, it's just going to look all odds and sods, and I really didn't like that idea. It really wasn't something that, one, I considered, and two, I just don't like the idea of, you know, if I'm going to have a prosthetic, I'd rather have the knee joint matching and at least have it equal, you know. So pros and cons of the above the knee. So obviously the pro is the prosthetic knee is the same. The con is I've got less of the leg left. I chose above the knee. In my head I was happy with above the knee. In my head, I always thought I was going to be above the knee. All of my specialists said, if you're going to have it done, have above the knee. Also, because I've got chronic osteomyelitis, which is a chronic bone infection in my leg, and I've still got bone infection, for me, which my mum agreed with at the end of the day, if I go a little bit higher, like above the knee, then I can 109% say, okay, that infection should be gone. Fuck off. You know what I mean? Fuck off. So, I am happy with that. So then, for me, it's like osteomyelitis, all the operations, all the bollocks on my leg. I can close that door, and then I can mentally, positively move on. I mean, yes, I know it's going to be hard, but anyway. So Colonel Mustardo was actually out trying to get the x-rays for a large amount of time of the appointment because the systems, they had new systems were down, and all that stuff. But, you know, go figure. So myself and my mother was with Miss Scarlett, and she was extremely competent, and she's, I mean, really nice. As I said before, very nice, lovely, down-to-earth person. You could tell that she is extremely competent in what she does. She knows her shit. She is interested in what I want at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, it's my life. She did also say, she did say that I've got my age on my side, and, you know, other than my leg, I'm healthy. I've got no other issues. So once this amputation is underway and getting all done, then, you know, it's going to be a lot easier for me than if I was 75, if I reached 75. So Miss Scarlett said that the amputation will actually be a 2-stage procedure, so 2 operations. So the first, I'm not thirsty, the first operation is going to be under general aesthetics, obviously, and what they will do in that operation is they will take off the leg and they will do a nerve technique that has been around since 2009, so it's been around for, you know, good 10 or so years, and I'm going to explain to you because it's a little bit confusing about what this TMR technique is. So it is basically, it's to help with the nerves for the phantom limb pain. So the phantom limb pain will be extremely and greatly reduced. So they are going to do that technique on me, and I'm going to explain what this technique is now by your lovely teacher. Let's get learning. Hello, my name is Miss Beat, and I will be the teacher for you today. So, let's get down to business. So previously I have drawn a leg as if it was bent. So if you can see that, this top part is the thigh, this is the knee joint, and this is the bottom part of the leg. Does that make sense? I know, I'm so good at drawing, but it's the teaching that counts. So, I'm going to very quickly show you now, if I go over here, I'm going to add some bits in to the legs. I'm going to add the muscles. They're completely not the correct muscles. This is just a very simple thing just to show you what technique is going to be going on. So in red, I'm just going to randomly draw circles. These are just random muscles, okay? They are muscles that work in your leg. Yes, I know, it's wrong. If I did it properly, we'd be here for fucking hours. In blue, the blue is the nerves that are running all through, up and down your leg. They're going in between the muscles. I'm not including the bone, literally just the muscles and the nerves. So in red, you've got the muscles, and in blue, you have the nerves. So with a full leg, that is what it would look like. Okay? So now I'm going to show you the technique of what they're going to be doing, which is called the TMR technique. And if it's not the TMR technique, it's something that I have no fucking clue what it is, but I know what the basics is of what they're going to do. It's a lot more complex, obviously, but basically, yeah. So, this is what Miss Scarlett has told Andrew Lee, and I'm here to teach you. So, you've got the black for the outline of the leg. And I've kept the same. You've got the red circles for the muscles. Obviously it's not correct, this is just so it's nice, plain and simple for you. I'm going to draw the nerves. I'm going to do one here, a couple there, and there. So as you can see, I've done in blue, I've added nerves. And as you can see at the bottom here, there's nerves sticking out. I mean, yeah, there's a lot more nerves than 2, but as I say, this is just to be simple, okay? So, there will be nerves that will be exposed, and those nerves, if the TMR technique is not performed, phantom limb pain would be rough. So what Miss Scarlett has told Amputee is that nerves come in all shapes and sizes. Now, there's obviously millions and millions and millions of nerves. They range in different sizes, so it could look like mincemeat, they could be the size of my hair, and they could be naked to, well, a lot of them are naked to the eye. But the ones that are not naked to the eye, I mean, she said about 2mm about the biggest ones, so think maybe like, I don't know, thin mincemeat, you know. And basically, nerves, they never stop growing, they never stop regenerating. So when you cut yourself and all that stuff and you go, oh my god, that's because the nerves are exposed, but at the same time they're trying to work and, you know, carry on. Because our bodies are amazing things. That's why I've got a load of old bollocks going on in my leg at the moment. That is because the nerves, they just want to keep growing, they want to keep growing. And if it's damaged, if there's scar tissue, I mean, my leg's just doomed. So, I've got green here. So what they're going to do with these nerves that are exposed is, because the nerves keep thinking that they need to regenerate and carry on, what they're going to do, in very simple terms, they're going to sew and connect. They're going to sew and connect these nerves to existing nerves up that is already working in the leg. So anything that exists, blah blah blah, anything that is exposed, they're going to try and sew, well not try, they will sew and connect it with nerves that are already working well in the leg. So what that means is that when the nerves, the ones that are exposed, they want to grow and they want to just keep regenerating and carry on, because they've already been connected, kind of like, as Miss Scarlett said, it's kind of like an electric cable. Once they're connected, and this one wants to keep growing, it will be like, oh, I'm back in with my family, and then it will carry on going up that way, up the leg. So that is basically it, everyone. So that would hopefully stop the phantom pain, and because the nerves, instead of like the ones that are exposed, they're going to try and go back up into the thigh. There's been a lot of good results with it. Some not successful, but a lot successful. So I hope you understood that. If you don't, then watch it again. Nah. So it's a 2-stage operation, as I mentioned earlier. So yeah, step 1, first operation under general anaesthetic. They will take the leg off and they will do the TMR technique with the nerves. They do not close the leg on this operation. Once they've done that first operation, there'll probably be like a pipe or something, the tube with pain relief. Miss Scarlett said need to be as comfortable as possible, and also the nurses after the operation will ensure that, you know, they want to make sure it's clean, they want to make sure everything's going okay. So yes, that will happen for about 3 to 4 days. After that, and they're happy that they want to move on, that would normally be the 4th day after the first operation. I would normally have a local anaesthetic, and I was told I could have some like sedation, you know, just to make me like kind of go out. They're going to sew up the leg. So that one probably won't take that long. So I will be in the hospital for about 7 nights a week. And after that, then I can go home. So, you know, that is the basics of really what is going on. So also, before this operation, they wanted to make sure I have all the equipment. They wanted to make sure that I had everything ready at home, so then once I'm in for the operation, when I'm ready to go home, there's no obstacles, anything like that, smooth transition to get home. Before I go home, they will teach me how to move from my wheelchair that I have, and I will be receiving a new one, hopefully before the operation, but I have one here now. I will be taught how to transfer from the bed to the wheelchair, from the bed to the toilet, from the bed to the shower stool, you know. So I am going to very quickly show you the equipment that I have received from the team at the hospital, all very nice people, and all new stuff obviously. And I'm also going to show you a little shimmy with my wheelchair. So this is the main bathroom. I do have an ensuite that's part of my bedroom. I know, lucky. But this is the equipment that I have received from the occupational therapists from the hospital. The girl that's been looking after me, she's really good, really polite. She gets her shit done. And yeah, so on the left here, we do have a shower stall. And that will be going hopefully into my ensuite. I need to practice with my wheelchair if it's going to fit in. The wheelchair fits in, if not, then I'm going to have to get back to the occupational therapist, but I think it'll be alright. Got the perching stool here. This is what I'll be using in the kitchen, so I can make a cup of coffee, or I can sit and make dinner. If I want to make pasta or anything like that, chuck anything in the microwave. I've already got food in the freezer, so I can take out, so I can put it in the microwave. But I don't want to use a microwave, that's a complete lie, I'm not going to use a microwave. I'm going to put it in the oven because it's healthy. And then also I've got this for the car seat. So that's the highest that it goes, and looking at that, it's perfect. So this could also fit in my, what do you call it, in the ensuite, but I put it there for now just so you can see what it looks like. So basically it's just a big plastic seat that's higher and handrails, and I'm going to be shown before I leave the hospital what how to transfer from the wheelchair to the car seat, etc. So that is everything that I have. So yeah, one thing I wanted to quickly say is, other than this equipment and the wheelchair, they said I don't need to adjust anything else in the flat. There's no other, don't need handrails, don't need this, don't need that, so there won't be any other changes. And because I rent, it is going to be absolutely fine. Let's go to the wheelchair. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. I'm Julie, and welcome to me in my wheelchair. So, as you can see, I can get through the door, and it's absolutely fine. And, I've learnt from other things, like looking online and from friends and stuff, that you need to, if you want to turn, you need to push one wheel back and one wheel forward to go a certain way. So if I did this right one backwards, I would be turning right, and if I did this one, which is my left, I'd be going to the left. So, as you can see, the wheelchair is absolutely fine. So I'm going to very quickly go and try and see what happens in my ensuite, because it is very small, like you can shit, shower and shave. So let me have a quick try, and I'll be right back. I'll let you know how it goes. Jesus. After the operation, my leg needs to be raised for quite some time. The doctor said 6 weeks. The occupational therapist that supplied the equipment said 2 weeks. She said she was going to get back to me on that. I think what the doctor was probably saying was, obviously I need to move around, I need to live my life, but as often as I can, keep it raised. She did say that the healing after the operation is absolutely crucial. So I am actually stopping smoking as well. So that will start at the beginning of, start on a Monday, whenever you watch this, at the beginning of a week. Can't be the weekend because, I'm not working and, light one up. So I'll be stopping on a Monday, and that will be fun. I mean, it won't be as difficult because I've got a goal. I've got a reason to stop. And I need to keep the leg raised so it will stop any swelling. I mean, it is going to be swollen, but it won't cause any complications. It won't be like misshapen. It won't be a random blob on my leg, basically. So, and also, just for the prosthetic as well, it needs to be in the best shape it can be. So when they fit me for my prosthetic, it will be fabulous. On further videos, I mean, when I go into the hospital, I'm going to try and do it every day, but it's going to be from my phone or my iPad, so if the quality isn't that good, I do apologise in advance. But yeah, also things that have been keeping me mentally going is my Broken Lives sitcom that I've got on my YouTube channel. I did watch it back, and yeah, it's a load of old shit, but it's been fun for me. I live on my own. What else is there to do? And then once my leg's amputated and still living on your own, it's just a bit of fun. It's just like, keeps me occupied. I'd rather be recording doing that and just being silly than just be fed with a load of old shit on the news. And then also what's been keeping me occupied is my A&E sketch. There's only a few on YouTube. All of them are on my TikTok, and all of them are also on my Facebook, my personal Facebook page. The videos are all public, so you are welcome to do that. Just little fun things that I enjoy doing personally. Then I watch it back and I just laugh. My mum loves it, my dad, well, I mean, everyone that I've spoken to really enjoy the A&E videos and Broken Lives. If I've rambled on, I do apologise. I will be in touch as much as I can in due course. If there isn't a video, then there'll be a random post with anything that's going on. Okay? So, thank you very much, and I will speak to you soon.